make your car worse on the street, but
Yes.
a little bit better on the racetrack?
Yes.
So what do you got to do that?
It's nuts.
Today we are removing bushings from S2000 control arms. We had a lot of fun trying to do this, but we finally came up with an elegant solution that's cheap.
We used our engineering mindsets.
Yep, and it's easily reproducible, and that's what we're going to show you today.
Did you ever just ask yourself if you're self-masochistic?
Yes.
Let's start off
every time I modify my car.
I just wanted a set of coilovers, and now I got into this big mess. So this is halfway through the Ballade suspension overhaul. Alex convinced me to go with this complete spherical bushing kit, and I'm mildly cursing myself right now for making the executive decision to go forth with it. But I think with our engineering mindset and the solution that we came up with, this may not be that bad after all. But the path to get here,
Yeah, that was
a lot of
rough.
trial and error and broken bolts and the like.
And I think the problem with the S2000 control arms, as
There's a
opposed to
couple
like
problems,
Miatas, the lip from where the bushing ends to where you have to bite for grip to get these bushings out is it's like that's a millimeter, maybe.
And what makes these much more difficult to push out is that they're steel sleeved, like so. Here's one that's out. So you can't get in here with a press, because I have a hydraulic press and I have a ball joint tool from Harbor Freight. But because of how tight these are and how close they are in space here, and the fact that they have to press outwards, you can't press them like this ways or this ways. You're limited to how to get in here. So I
think we have, after a few broken bolts and a few bent pipes, and
yes,
I think we've come up with a solution.
We're going to walk you guys through what we're doing. So let's step over to our engineering area.
Start with this guy.
This is innovative, groundbreaking stuff. So for anybody, whoever says that we didn't show you almost everything that you need to know how to do on an S2000 at this point, you can't, because we did it all.
Yes, we have. These are these aluminum control arms?
They're steel.
Steel. Okay, so it's
So
not as
Honda
bad.
use pretty sophisticated bushings. Like I think these would take almost forever to wear out. But the fact that they use steel control arms and Mazda's been using aluminum forever is like, come on, get it together, Honda. Anyways, this I believe is a Miata power plant frame bolt.
Yeah.
We just had kicking around because we had a few, we have a few Miatas around here. This seems to be doing the job, but you have to get clever in how you engineer this all together. So this is from our Harbor Freight ball joint
cup holder,
kit here. So we're going to put this through like this. Now this bolt is much longer than what we need here, so we have to take up the space.
And you have to space it out for. We're gonna start with this one, right?
Yes, and then we put our. So we went down to Advanced Auto Parts. We bought a piece of. They just had these couplers there, not coupler, but straight pieces of pipe. It's a 2-inch OD, which is also 1 7/8 ID. We saw them listed both ways, so if you do have to run down to Advanced, this is when we were trying a different method that didn't quite work, but we're going to use this side because that's still good. So in our ball joint cup here, we're going to go like this. Now, I happen to have this pipe cap. This is an MPT pipe cap. You can get these at Home Depot. I don't know the size of this because it's just been kicking. Oh, inch and a half.
Yeah, inch and a half.
Inch and a half pipe cap. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
You can see some of our mess ups here where our bolts were actually like grinding away the material on the back of this. But we're not doing it that method anymore. So this is going to be our starting setup. Now there's two setups. This is a two-stage process here.
Now this is the important part too.
Oh yeah, you're going to need two 1-inch sockets.
Yep.
1/2-inch drive because they have to have enough clearance to get the bolt through it. So it's got to be at least a 1/2 inch. 3/8 won't work.
Yep.
You're going to need a deep socket and a regular.
Yeah, we use the deep. Well, I think didn't we start with just without the exhaust pipe and the deep socket?
I thought we went like this.
That's not long enough.
Oh wait, I'm getting confused now. Okay,
Let's start without the exhaust pipe.
Nope, no exhaust pipe to start.
Yep.
So,
But the important thing about having the socket on the backside is that if you just put the nut on here, it's just going to move the bushing. And it's not going to put real force on the actual like metal sleeve.
1 inch actually gets you around the metal sleeve,
Yep.
and it fits good around there to actually press the sleeve. If you're pressing on the rubber, it's just not going to work well. So there's a point I want to make here. Oh, and this cup, this pipe cap, because of how thick this brim is, it'll catch the little tiny bit of meat, like you could see there's this tab right here on the control arm, it will catch that and apply positive pressure on that to begin. So this is preventing it from going off. So we're just going to get it started. So you can see we're using a big thick washer on the end, and then our flat nut. We have our trusted DeWalt cordless impact here. Get this staged.
Quinn's cowboy. No safety glasses for him.
Always wear safety glasses at home, kids.
It's starting to angle itself.
Our battery's getting tired.
Yeah.
Oh, it died completely.
Oh. Well, that's right when we go to record it. I swear
cut,
we
cut.
The time we go to record.
I thought we were going to be good here. Oh, it started.
It started, but it felt like it was not at the right angle, the socket.
Yeah, it looked like it was going a little cockeyed. A little cockeyed. You want to try it again?
How about them safety glasses?
Always wear your safety glasses.
Thank you. I thought we were starting to destroy the thread too, but I think we're good.
Try a little more. Think that's enough?
Yeah.
So we can't get the bushing completely out because it stops inside the cup here. But we're using the cup because that's the most stable. The pipe will break if you try to do the initial.
Yeah. It's getting it started, which is the.
It was
takes
going
the brunt of the
a
force.
hair crooked, and that's probably why we're getting a little bit of binding. All right, put a good hand on it. Ready?
Yeah. Those are good.
Okay.
Now we switch to the pipe.
Hammer.
Let's throw a little PV blast in there too.
No, this is.
Oh, that's gonna come out right out. Yeah.
So this is where it'll get it out to about this point. Now we're in the green zone.
Yep.
We're gonna send her home. So pipe just comes over, and the pipe with the bushing pulled out, so you're not dealing with the lip here, gives us access to actually put positive pressure on the brim of the control arm itself.
That's when
We're going to switch to our shorter 1-inch, half-inch drive socket. We're so smart, Matthew. I
got this.
I
You got
can't
this
believe
down.
this.
Make sure you get them there. There you
Yep. So I'm also pulling the pipe down, so I'm catching the lip here.
go. Yep. That's important.
Let's see. Look, it already lost a little bit. Let's. Ready?
Yep. Right out. It's out.
And that is one pulled S2000 bushing.
Look at that. It's not even that damaged either.
I mean, I wouldn't use
there it
this.
is. I just compared to the other ones, it looked pretty good.
That's it. That's the process. So we're going to rinse and repeat this a whole bunch of more times.
Yeah. I mean, this is special. Most of the time, that Harbor Freight ball joint tool is going to work fine. It's just that the S2000 control arms are so precise that there's really not a lot of room, and they're too close together.
I don't think Honda even sells these bushings. You got to just replace the whole arm,
Yeah.
and it comes with new bushings. Look at that.
Yeah.
If this looks like this is going to be super easy and it's going to work, but watch it, it's not going to work.
It doesn't get much better than that.
This is like the perfect setup right here.
There's a ton of meat on the opposite side. The socket fits perfectly onto the race of the bushing. Oh, it's starting to angle a little bit.
Your whole thing is, your press is crooked. You're crooked, man. What do you want for $150 from Harbor Freight? I usually hold something.
Oh, yeah. What do you want me to hold? This.
Flip. Is the socket gonna make it through?
Yep, it found its way. Oh my god, we did a thing.
It's actually happening. Stuck.
It's gonna lift everything up.
Watch the socket be stuck in the arm.
Alright, so they do come out.
Barely.
There
Yes.
we go.
Here we go, fixing the control arm in the process.
There we go. There we go. I heard it.
Heard a kerplunk. Now the socket's definitely gonna be stuck in here. Okay. We got 1 out of 3.
That one should be just as easy, and it looks like it's like the same size.
How are we gonna get this
It
in
looks
here
awkward.
when you got this triangle?
Take this I-beam off.
Oh yeah, lift it up, huh?
No, you can't because it's not open.
Oh, what the fuck? Who designed this? We're gonna have to use our tool, I think, for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
You don't have to record all this. No one's ever gonna watch this, except Kenny. You get our one view. My dad watches it. He feels bad. He always watches.
Bruce, you're a good guy. Thanks for watching this stuff. Okay, so what we didn't mention before is when we were taking this off, our caster bolts were completely seized in here, and they ended up coming out in pieces. I had to chop them out. We didn't show that.
Sawzall, yeah.
We sawzalled them. Sorry we didn't show that. I was really frustrated, but I'm gonna try to press the race out with just this thing. I
Looks
think
like it's the right size.
I think this is gonna work. This is a it's
one
got
and
tape around it.
7/8.
That was my 1 7/8 socket.
Yeah.
3/4 inch drive. Thanks, Stanley. Thanks,
Who's Stanley?
Stanley Steamer.
Everybody
used to
Stan-
call
Stanley
Everybody used to
Hudson?
call Stanley.
Stanley Hudson?
Looking for Stanley Steamer.
Yeah.
You should have heard the phone girls. You want to talk about the rudest customer service ever? It was hysterical.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They would let these people have it. You're not saying you gotta come back a little bit. Don't fight me.
Sorry.
Don't fight me. Not with you.
Fighting you forward to backward because that's what I can see. Oh, it's moving! Oh my gosh, we did a thing. Here's my safety glasses.
All right.
Just 17 more. I found though, like I've had to take the Genesis rear diff bushing
just
was like this. I just
cut
took a
the base cuts.
sawzall. and
Yeah,
I
but then
made
you
a cut
sometimes
like that.
cut the arm. and it's
Yeah,
like,
but I was just putting poly bushings in it anyway,
when I did I used to do Miata diff bushings like that. You burn out the centers.
and then just make the one cut.
I usually have to do 2
Yeah,
because the rubber would be like kind of still holding it. Or you press the center of the bushing out,
yeah.
tears through the rubber, and then you cut through the rubber into the sleeve. But I definitely have like chopped into the hangers a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it doesn't look pretty either. Makes you look like a complete hack job.
Yep. Well, maybe we are.
That's 1/8 is a little bit too fat. Perfect.
I didn't know that us Americans got that precise. There we go. Good noises.
I thought we were friends.
I didn't do it.
Why are you throwing stuff at me?
Ooh.
All right. Some progress here. So what is this? This is a front, lower, inner. This is the coilover. This is where the shock mounts to.
Nice looking arms though.
No, it's not.
Better than the stamped steel.
It's steel.
It's not stamped steel
This is a
though.
boat anchor. You can literally anchor your boat with this.
Yeah, it would catch onto some rocks down there. Peekaboo.
Oh, he met you. My shirt's different. Don't tell anybody that we're filming on a different day here. So with the proper length of socket and a little bit of a staggered angle here, we're able to clear the press because there's a little bit of a bend to get at this inner bushing here in the triangle. she's going.
Yep.
Success. Okay. The what is this? This is the rear lower. This
Yeah.
bushing right here is actually two bushings pressed into each other on each side. So
Got to get access to the inside.
you can't press it out. Here's what half one looks like that we mangled up with the air chisel here.
I think the key was getting it on that race and pushing outwards.
Invest in a good air chisel. Yep. So I don't know if it really matters which side would probably be easier to press. Probably we'll press the outside one out.
Yeah, that makes sense because then we won't have that issue with alignment on the press.
So you got to see where the race is on here.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
You gotta
jam this in and start working it around. Sucks.
If you flip it over, it'll probably go.
Do bushings, kids. They said it'd be fun.
Yep, there it is.
And now,
you just use a press. We found a socket that fits perfectly on the inside of that.
yep. Man, oh man. Junk.
Do race car things instead.
Do bushings. I'll tell you what, Mazda bushings are way easier than this.
They are.
But again, Honda never. I will say this, in props to Honda.
Oh, everything's mint for 20-something years, and
These are 130,000 mile bushings that have like seen track days and all the hard driving, and they are solid.
Yep.
There's probably nothing wrong with these other than my caster bushings from the front that like were ripped apart. But it's gonna get better
Yep.
because I trust Alex.
This will all be worth it in the end.
All be worth it.
So what size socket is that?
This is a 32 millimeter
Fits right in.
Craftsman.
Yep. Oh, this is so much less sketchy than the last time we did it when we pushed from the inside
Well,
out.
that's why I was like, we should probably press this. Let's do the other side. I mean, theoretically, you could use the air chisel on both sides.
But that seems pretty violent. Like, just press it
It's
out.
pretty brutish.
Yep. That might be the first time we ever filmed where it went perfectly.
I know. Nothing even fell all over the place either.
Yep.
Look at that.
Good job.
Look at that son of a bitch.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one's next?
So that's a whole completed arm.
Yeah. Look at that.
What in my mouth?
It was a bug or something? We
I
did
just
just
swallowed it.
we did just have the door open.
I either just ate a bug or it was a piece of rubber from that bush. Like, when I threw it on the ground, it like. Oh shit.
Yep. All right. Let's keep going. How many do we got left?
I can't believe that just happened. We gotta show the front lower.
Yep.
Okay. So for this one, we just went around that race, or lip, with the air chisel and pretty much destroyed it. So this way we can get this to sit on a cup now. We can press on the race here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will work.
Seems promising.
I hope so, because I'm really getting tired of this. So we're back to our
That's like a 1 7/8 or something.
36 mil.
Oh, never mind. Other one was.
Right? Yeah, 36.
Whoa, 1 7/8 would be huge.
170. Well, 25.4 is 1 inch.
Yeah. So,
So-
that'd be like
This is
that'd
not
be like
that far off.
a 48 mil. 1 7/8.
Yeah, it's what, 11 millimeters more, so it's like just under an inch and a half.
Yeah. Why can't we just use the metric system? I say this all the time.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Oh, it's going.
Oh my gosh.
So is this the last one that we haven't?
This is the last like bastard bushing that we get off.
Yep. We just have that one inner lower, the lower front control arm.
Do we think our socket's gonna be stuck in here?
No, it looks loose.
Yeah, it's loose. Holy shizballs.
Yeah. We just have to get these out. That's it, right?
Look at that beefy bushing. Yeah, but we already showed that on the other arm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's it. All right, we'll be right back with a wrap up and closing thoughts.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in. Be right back.
Look at this mess.
How long do you think this took us? Accumulatively?
This. I mean, we spent a few hours for 3 nights.
It's like 10 hours almost.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was trying to
dicking
discover
around.
what worked, but
I mean, again, kids, these bushings are not meant to be serviced. You're supposed to just buy an arm from Honda with new bushings in it. So
we could have done Miata bushings on all the control arms 3 times.
easily.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Even the FD, I would have
Yeah.
been. I did the FDs in one day,
Yeah.
one and done. So that sucked.
Yeah.
But they're all out. So I'm gonna bring these over to the sandblasting booth. I'm gonna blast them, and then I'm gonna paint them with rust bullet to make them look nice and new. I don't know if we have any more talking points. You're definitely gonna need that air chisel, and you can copy the other tool that we did with the bolt and the pipe.
You need a good set of big sockets. Like, you need a variety. Like, that's
You
the
gotta have
only
a bunch
thing.
of sockets.
That's the thing that made this possible.
So if you can go find the Stanley tool building that's like shutting down, like go in there and try to find the same thing. Well, those 3/4 inch sockets. Yeah, I'm just spoiled because I have that kit and it has sockets up to like 100 millimeters, something stupid like that.
Like, I have more than the average person when it comes to tools, and there's no way we could have done this in my garage. Like, you just have so many more. Like, it's such a big variety of.
This
sockets.
ain't for the faint of heart. It's not like regular
No.
bushings. I'm like, oh yeah, bushings. I've done these a million times. Like, it wouldn't be that bad. There was some work involved.
Honda did I mean,
Kudos to Honda.
yeah.
These bushings I have 130,000 like hard miles on these bushings, and like I swear, like I think they're mint.
If I ever
like
grow
no
up,
flex in them.
yeah. If I ever grow up and get an S2000, I am not touching them. Like, they're sure they're probably fine.
Well, Alex now sells these arms
Oh yeah,
with his bushings already pressed into them. He buys factory Honda arms and like brand new, puts the bushings in, and sells them.
That's the way to go, I think.
It's probably worth it because I think they're $1,000 per front and $1,000 for the rear.
Yeah,
It's $1,000 for the bushings
time is money.
times like your all this other shit. So like if you just want convenience, like just buy the arms with the bushings. And
Yeah.
It's almost worth it at that point.
Yeah, bolt them right up.
And then you got brand new arms. I'm the dipshit who's sitting there pressing all this stuff out, and I'm gonna go sandblast these and then paint them. Like it's just a lot of time.
This video better get some views.
Let's put it this way. At this point, I would have rather just paid an extra $1,000 and like had the convenience of just being able to bolt new arms in
Yep.
and not dick around with this. So let that ruminate. Anyways, I'm old man. I did all the grunt work for most of my life. I can afford to spend a little bit of money on something like this. When I was younger, I would have just did what I'm doing now. And I'm still doing it, so there's that. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out Ballade Sports. They do a lot of awesome stuff for the S2000. And, you know, you saw our engine mods that we did for them. We're doing all the suspension stuff in their big brake kit for the suspension overhaul for Project AP1. I do think, Matchew, though, that when this is all said and done,
When it's on the track.
with not even just on the track, with all the weight
everywhere,
savings and everything else, like I want to race you again.
Okay.
Because they're definitely shedding some more poundage out of the car from versus the other.
Wait, like just for speed wise, just straight
Oh,
line.
you-
Yeah,
you
I
have
sold the
Jenny.
Genesis. Yeah,
Never mind.
I'll have to race the Turbo Miata.
But we don't know how that.
Yeah, I
stacks
don't
up
know how that
anyways.
stacks up.
Your GR86 if you ever get it.
Yeah, oh my God, Toyota, come on, 7 months now.
Get it together. For Pete's sakes. It should be a really good car. I mean, that's the thing. I will say, I love the S2000. I don't love the handling at the limit, and I'm hoping that the sum of all these parts like really kind of gets it to drive more like the Miata. But it has everything else. It has the engine, it has the chassis, it has the theater, it has the cool factor. Like the S2000 is an awesome car. This may be the death of the NB when it's done. It really may be the death of the NB.
At least the NB in its form the way it is now.
If I ever get the rotary Miata back from Vargas, God knows where the hell that thing is.
He's in cahoots with Toyota, I guess.
Yeah, except actually it's over 2 years.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be 3 years. This
January.
Yeah.
Yeah, craziness.
All right, we're on a tangent again.
I'm on a tangent, but the S2000 may very well be like my favorite car when this is all said and done. And that's serious. Because like I would have said the NB was like one of my favorite cars. FD is the favorite.
Yeah.
Always been the favorite, but like I'm not happy with my black FD right now. It needs sorting, a lot of sorting, and this thing just needs.
What, the white FD?
That needs some help.
Project White FD. Look, when's the next update? 2027.
If anybody wants to come work for us, just like reach out.
We don't have time anymore.
It sucks. It's hard. I'm working too much and running a job or a business. It's no good. Anyways, enough tangents.
Yep.
We're probably going to chop this up so you don't have to hear all the bitching and moaning. We're done for the night.
Yep.
And
Next will be pushing bushings and finished control arms.
I'm not going to show you guys me sandblasting these control arms.
You guys know how to sandblast, yeah.
Nobody wants to see paint drying. Not even me. So, that's it. I have a Harbor Freight sandblasting booth. There's nothing special there. Okay. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time. Done.